Welcome back to Summer Camp Crystal Crafts. Today, Nicole will be showing you how to make a crystal mirror.
Is you're going to need a small round mirror. This is actually a candle holder mirror from Dollar Tree. So we're going to be using this, and you're going to need some crystal chunks, preferably. You could use chips as well, but it will take a little bit more crystals to complete the craft. So we're going to use chunks. It also gives it more of that kind of like edgy flair. So that's what we're going to be using. You could use amethyst like I'm using. Those are easier to come by, but you can also buy chunks in a variety of stones. So we're also going to be using this hot glue gun. This is my mini hot glue gun that I use. And this should be good enough to keep the crystals secured on the mirror. Once it dries, I'm going to be very liberal with the hot glue, just because these are a little bit heavier. But if you find that it isn't staying, you could also reinforce with some super glue if you're not apprehensive about using super glue to apply these to your mirror. If it's going to be in some place where it's hanging on the wall for a long time, you may want to reinforce it with super glue. This project can not just be like a cute little mirror to decorate a space, but you could also use it as a candle holder, which was its purpose to begin with. So you could have this crystals encircling it and add a little candle on the inside of it. So I'm going to start doing this and try to do it as clear as possible. Like I said, I'm being very liberal, and there's no rhyme or reason of how you're going to put these on here. I'm just being very liberal with the hot glue. One thing I will say about hot glue versus using something like super glue is that you can take crystals off and replace them if you wanted to, and clean the surface. So this is, you know, gonna be easier for that, the hot glue. Super glue, once it's on there, it's going to be on there. It will probably damage the mirror when you're done. So hot glue, in my opinion, is always a better option for crafts. And I'm just kind of putting them in any which way. Maybe putting a little bit bigger chunks in some areas, smaller ones, trying to make it look rustic. And they're on there after adding the hot glue. I was a little bit hesitant to use hot glue, thinking that these chunks, which are pretty heavy, would maybe not stay on there very well. So like a good example is like, oh, okay, I feel like maybe this one, these couple are not as close to the edge of the mirror, you know? So, you know, I could pull these off if I really wanted to. I'm just not going to, because this is kind of like a really great DIY project, and it doesn't really, it's fairly easy to do if you have the materials. So I'm just going to continue applying these, no rhyme or reason, and just kind of look at it as I'm adjusting it. Sorry for my reflection there. It may not be perfect, but you can get this any way you want. I'm also recording, so it may not be absolutely perfect, you know. Mine is actually on the mirror itself because I got a little bit of a bigger mirror for this purpose so that I could get the whole crystal on the mirror. But if you were using a smaller mirror and equally as big chunks, you could just take these and kind of go off the mirror a little bit and do closer to the edge. But because I got a little bit of a larger mirror intentionally, I am trying to get them as much on the mirror as possible. burning myself a little bit there. And this is a fairly simple project. Anyone could do this from home. I'm gonna kind of turn it this way, make it. And because they're big chunks, you can literally do any size, make them look as organic as possible as you're doing this, and kind of make them, maybe some of them come in a little. There's really no wrong way to do this. I think it looks good either way. And I'm gonna try to fit this one kind of in there like this, or maybe that one. That one's better. See, and you just switch out pieces if it's not the look that you're going for. And these are like very securely on here, so hot glue is really all you need to make this project a reality. And there you go. I think that turned out really well. You can just take these shreds from the hot glue and just kind of take them apart, but that's it. And I think that this is a really simple, really cute project. You can hang this anywhere in your house. I got this all the way on the mirror, but if you were using a smaller mirror like this, I don't really like this part, but because I'm using hot glue, I can easily take that off if I need to and readjust. So hot glue is very easy to work with. And there's really no rhyme or reason. You just use a bunch of different pieces. And
Thank you so much, Nicole. And stay tuned for next week's video. We'll be crafting with Erin.